Legendary status. Vic XL, Sam Pisa, aka TF. When y'all gonna learn, man? You can't stop what's inevitable. It's the incredible. PZ, AKTF, dropping jewels, but they edible. I ate my vegetables, but he ate my spinach. Riding with Vic again, so no, we ain't finished. Legendary status, so no, you cannot copy. Riding Dirty Radio, so crispy, also sloppy. Instant to the street, so we know just what is needed. But keep it underground, staying down, cause we ain't greedy. This is where you find what is popping for the culture, where we keeping it all fresh and stay away from all the vultures. No scavengers here, just keeping it real. Vic got it out the mud, but it's still so clear. So sit back, relax, and just let us lead you. If you trolling for no reason, then we don't need you. It's Vic XL, he can't be stopped. Riding dirty forever, the home of real hip hop. Ride dirty, dog, and y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, dog, and y'all can't harm me. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
What up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show. We bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, man. All right, now, before we get into it, I got to say, make sure y'all check us out every Thursday night, Friday morning from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on WRFG 89.3 FM, bringing you underground hip-hop and R&B for the last 20 plus years. I also got to say one time for the good people over at Ride 95, our internet radio home, and one time for all the streaming outlets, Blog Talk, YouTube, Audio Mac, SoundCloud, all the streaming outlets, iTunes, all your favorite streaming outlets that carry the Ridin Durty Show. Salute to them and their hardworking staff for giving us a platform to be heard. So make sure you go to your favorite streaming outlet and type in Ridin Durty Radio, RIDINDURTY RADIO, and check out the latest interviews. Also, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube at Ridin Durty TV and all our social media sites at Ridin Durty Radio, RIDINDURTY RADIO. All right? Gotta say one time for everybody live on the chat. All right, now you know what we do right here on the Ridin Durty Show. We bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. That means we give you the ins and outs of the industry. We give you the movers and the shakers, the people that are changing our culture day by day, brick by brick, moment by moment. And tonight is no different than any other night on the Ridin Durty Show. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Ridin Durty platform. Artist E, the Elite. What's going on, my G?
Hey, what's happening, brother? How you feeling?
Maintaining. For some reason, I'm losing my voice, but I'm feeling better than I sound.
Hey, man, that's a blessing. It's always good, man.
All right, so look, man.
That's good.
I always got to say, man, I'm very, very humbled, and thank you for coming on the show to talk to our loyal family and friends. I don't call anyone fans, to our loyal family and friends. Thank you for coming on the show.
Of course, man. It's a blessing. I appreciate you for having me, honestly. For real. This is dope.
All right, let's get into it.
I'm peeping that shit.
All right, let's get into it. E the Elite. The first thing I want to ask, and I want you to let the people know, where are you from?
I'm from North New Jersey, born and raised.
Okay, now look. Some years ago, there was a classic hip-hop movie called New Jersey Drive. And anytime I meet or talk to anyone from New Jersey, I have to ask them, have they ever heard of that movie?
I've heard of it, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I think I know the premise of it.
All right, that movie was about the art of auto theft.
Yep.
So I got to ask, because at one point in time, Jersey was considered the car theft capital of the world. Does Edie Elite?
Ain't nothing changed.
Does Edie Elite know how to bust that steering column?
Hey, listen. No comment. No comment. Nothing that can be used against me. No comment.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. That's the way you're supposed to answer that. All right, man. What was it like growing up? What was it like growing up in Jersey for you? What was the household like for you?
Honestly, I'm blessed to know and have. And I do have two loving parents. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? My parents love me. They give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Can I curse? I don't
yeah, no, you good. You good. You good. You good.
I bet. You know, my parents actually care about me. You know, I appreciate. I do love them both. So I mean, you know, I did have a support system, even though I was hard headed. You know what I'm saying? Who isn't? You know what I mean? But I had them, so I'm gonna give them their credit.
Okay. When did you fall in love with hip hop, and when did you realize you wanted to be an artist?
All right, so a couple different things, right? So I have an older brother who was into music, and it kind of like pushed me. You know, everybody want to be kind of like, you know, your older brother, so they kind of want to try stuff out. But there's actually an artist from Newark at one point that was family friends of ours, like real close to the point that it was like family, but he was like a really, really dope artist, and every time like we was out together, people would show him mad love. They would be like, "Yo, this such and such, yeah," like, yeah. They would lose their mom when you roll the windows down and the kids come down. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's dope. That's mad love. And I was already doing poetry at the same time, so I was like, yo, I can make music. I can really write this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I was playing the guitar. I played a few different instruments. So like, you know, I started putting stuff together, putting two and two together, and experimenting with sounds. And my first couple bags I was getting, I started putting towards equipment. And I started, you know, I bought my microphone, my MIDI box, and all that, the XLR cables, whatever. So I just started recording my own shit, and it was eventually like it was on from there. I started dropping projects. I think my first project made like a few bands in just like a month and a half in one summer, and I stopped selling it because I didn't like the quality of it. But I probably could have went crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? But as like, I think I was how old was I? 19? Yeah, 19. And to me, that was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah. And then I started falling in love with it because I started falling in love with the business and the marketing side of things too. So it was kind of like, because I had a way with words, I could sell myself easily, you know?
Okay. Who was the artist?
All right, so you might not know who she is. In fact, like, unless she was around mad long ago, she went by the name of Miss Nana. And I'm going to give her flowers because she was a hell of a performer, you know, when she was out, for sure. And I thought she was real dope. But, like, only, like, people from, like, Newark might really know. You know, I think she might have been signed to Bow at one point. You know, but I don't like mentioning other people's names too much, but only because, like, you know, she's, like, family, I felt, you know.
No doubt.
You know, she was dope, bro. She was dope.
No doubt. Now, having someone in the industry close to you, what did you learn from her that you were able to take into the game?
So, two things. Like, one was stage presence. Which I thought, now I learned stage presence from a lot of different locations, a lot of different like people that I met, a lot of different like you know, you can watch TV and learn stage presence. You know what I'm saying? You can take drama classes to learn stage presence, but also because I didn't know too many women in the industry, like too many rappers. You know what I'm saying? Especially like someone that could captivate, you know, large audiences in the way that she did with the raw, you know, like you know, being raw. And I'm like, yo, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, most times you got to be like some real brolic, you know, some big people that like really respect you. But like for you to be like, you know, like that, you know, like, you know, she was more like, you know, like cute. So it was kind of like, yo, she really taking this shit over. Like she, you know, handled it. I'm like, that's inspirational, yo. Like, and inspirational can come from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I learned. You know what I'm saying? On a more deeper level than just the face value of things.
Okay. All right. Now, having such a close family, having such a person so close to your family, being in the industry, when did you realize, or what? I know you said, you know, the notoriety that she got made you want to pursue it, but when did you realize you actually had the skills? You mentioned poetry. So when did you flip the poetry to the music?
Yeah. So I used to do poetry slams, like in Jersey, and it was mad fun, like, cause you didn't have a beat, so it would be more so like raw energy. You'd be like, you know, whatever you would say, you know, walk down from the mountaintops and I feel you know, whatever you say, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm just making shit up. But whatever you say, people like, yeah, I'm feeling that shit, bro. It's like, I'm feeling that shit. So it's about the energy. You pick up stage presence and the energy you get, like, it's the same kind of energy that battle rappers have because they don't have a beat. The energy gotta, you know, come from themselves. So if you can match that and have an actual fire beat on top of that and make it work, you hit people on many different levels of pathos. You know what I'm saying? You could really move people, especially if you got the stage presence. So all that shit ties in together. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, but you know that. Come on, you know that. But I'm just saying, just so you know, it ties in. It really tells a story about the kind of individual that you're listening to.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And it helps you to build your own personality and who you are as an artist.
All right. What was that transition like for you to go from that poetry slam without a beat to actually finding beats to help create your style?
All right, so I ain't gonna hold. I was a little bit janky when I first started. Like, I wasn't necessarily on beat, and like my friends was like, "Bro, you kind of missing the beat." I said, "Man, what you talking about? I didn't miss the beat, man. I did what I wanted to do." And low key, I did do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, that's more important than anything. Like maintaining the identity of your own craft, regardless of what people tell you. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually people were like, yeah, I started getting better, and people were like, oh, you see how your R&B now is different? And I was like, I mean, I guess, but it's such a vague difference. It's such a small difference, but like people give a shit about that apparently. So whatever. But I got better. I started honing my skill. Now I feel like I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that way. It's just that's my mind to it. Maybe I gotta practice a little bit, but I feel like I can do literally anything. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I want because I can. You know.
Okay, now when I was reading information on you, I noticed one of your inspirations was Hall & Oates. What do you know about that Blue-Eyed Soul?
Yeah. What? Man, please. I must know. I probably know like 14 of their songs about her. Sarah Smile. You got She's Gone. You got what's my favorite? One on One. Out of Touch is a banger, man. Please, I love Hall & Oates. I went to one day. My first concert was a Hall & Oates concert.
Okay.
I got the T-shirt and everything. Yeah, my first concert.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. Hall & Oates is one of my all-time favorites too.
Hey. Yeah, they make bangers, nothing but bangers.
All right, I want to go back to Jersey, man, because Jersey has had some legendary MCs. Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, Lords of the Underground. Uh-huh. What's it like being a Jersey native following in such huge footsteps?
So my first, it's funny you say Lords of the Underground. My first Do It All from Lords of the Underground, I'm actually really cool with Do It All. My first project was done in his studio. So he's heard my music before like it got released. Okay. So like my first EP that I released officially. I love being from Jersey. I got Rod Digger cosign. That's stamped. I was working at. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I was working at a club before Fetty Wap blew up, and I was literally the doorman, and I saw this. It was this huge line, and I didn't know who Fetty Wap was. And it was like, you know, we got this guy coming in, he's going to be famous with his Fetty Wap, whatever. You know, he's got this song that's going crazy right now. It's going to be crazy. Like, all right, cool, right? And when the night came, it was around the corner. There was like this stupid line around the corner. I'm like, yo, who is this? But, bro, when he came in, bro, it was dumb. It was so dumb. So I think because I'm from Jersey, like, anybody who was, like, from Jersey. Matter of fact, Queen Latifah was she hosted 24 Hours of Peace, like, last week. She was just in the city. Right on boom. So, like, you know what I'm saying, being in, you know, from North, you get to, like, see all the legends when they pop out and they do their things. You know what I'm saying? Redman, shout out to Redman, you know what I'm saying? It's cool because it's such a, not too many of us, you know what I'm saying? So everybody know whenever somebody's around.
All right, now, all the people we named from Jersey and the ones that we didn't. Jersey is definitely known for their lyrical skill and style. What does E the Elite bring to those categories? Number one, style. Number two, lyrics.
So it's funny you say that because I was thinking about, I was thinking like most of the artists from Jersey, they do focus on like lyrics and wordplay. And that's kind of what's the weirdest thing about it for me. Like I feel like in a lot of ways The first artist to me that I felt like really changed the game in terms of style and sound. I'm gonna just say this real fast because as I'm gonna make my comparison. Since I'm on the subject, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna scratch that because I don't want to talk about somebody else. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm a little bit distracted. You see, my attention is like I'm here, but like I'm just like I'm bounced. I'm smoking. I'm good, bro.
No worries.
But the difference I feel like is that I have not just the lyrics. I know a lot of artists in Jersey focus on lyrics, but I focus on lyrics, but also the production. Like I got live guitar, you know what I'm saying, that I focus on, that I actually directed, you know what I'm saying? Like I actually I've written music. I've actually taken an AP music theory class. I read music, you know what I'm saying? So I can harmonize and identify the different sounds that I want to create, the fold, the effects that I want for my music, and I put a lot of thought into it, each layer. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like it, it gets scrapped. I sleep on it. I take my time, and the actual production is not like I make a serial otherworldly type of music. So there's elements of hip hop, but I've also got some alternative in there. I put some pop in there, a little bit of synth. I love synth. As you can tell, I love the 80s music. That's why we said Hall of Notes, you know what I'm saying? So of course I got my synth in there, you know what I'm saying? So like I bring a lot of new elements that I've actually never even heard in hip hop, and I add it to my own, give my own flow, my own flair. I got some rock star in there, but I also got some lyrics in there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you get a nice little mix. So I got something for everybody.
Okay, no doubt. No doubt. Now, you've currently released 5 independent EPs. Let's talk about those EPs and how they perform.
Yeah. So, wow. So my first one, Making the Right Choices. I'm not gonna reflect on it too much because I have to look back at the past. Unless it's like not too long ago.
Okay.
But yeah, 5. Making the Right Choices, Evolution, Gil, A Different Dimension, and I had another one. What was that first one called? Oh, it was Experiment something. I forget what the heck I called it. But it was from a while back. That was like my first project. And it was like barely mixed, bro. People were just rocking with it to support me. It wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 5 of them. But my most proud projects would be my last 2, Gil and A Different Dimension, which I'm extremely proud of. But like I said, I was back in the past too much. I've got a bunch of singles that I've released since then that I'm extremely proud of, that I put so much effort into. And I had a blast making it, so I wouldn't do anything else, man. It's a blast. Yeah, man.
All right, look, let's talk about
great.
Let's talk about the creativity that goes in your artwork, man. Because when I look at your artwork, they look like anime meets sci-fi. Like they're all like from the future. Talk about the time that goes into your artwork and how do you come up with those ideas?
All right, so it's a lot. It's a product. We got a small production. It includes me and my partner. I come up with a concept of what I want. I find the elements. Sometimes you got to pay for the art, but we mix it up together. We put the textures on it. Whatever you got to do to change the motion of the graphic. Like that's a lot, bro. We put a lot of effort into that. Like that's our stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all the stuff is credited there, so you can see. Shout out to Miss Tiff. But yeah, we get busy. Really, it goes based off of how the song is. I'll take the concept and like, you know what? If I'm going to perform this song, it should have a visualizer, something that goes in the background to give people something to look at, something that's appealing outside of myself, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of sets myself apart. That's another thing that sets me apart too. Just the effort of the visualizers. And they go based off of like whatever the concept was that I was going for the song, and we just give like more of a metaphorical art piece. So like unhealthy attachment, it's about like toxicity in a certain relationship. You know what I'm saying? So the heart is like melting. It becomes more like a liquid. Like it's little things like, but I also want to change it up so that it's not like the same kind of graphic. We have a little fun with it, man. It's what I'm saying. So it all depends on the song concept.
Okay. All right. Now you currently was on a tour, city to city, state to state.
Yeah.
What was that like for independent artists to be on tour, especially yourself?
We still on tour. So like so far we got dates up to December. We add them as we go. I just got back from Texas. Before that, I was in Atlanta. Oh my God, Atlanta was phenomenal, man. Atlanta was so much fun. Food was phenomenal. We went to a lot. Man, the parties was crazy, bro. I've never been to a party with like you shoulder to shoulder, but it was like packed, like, but which is good though, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's bad people, it's mad bodies, man, and that could be like at any given night anywhere, man. It's always lit. Texas was dope, and I'm gonna be cliche, but brother, steak was phenomenal, man. Like anywhere you go, the steak is gonna be phenomenal. Because like the beef was like 30 feet away when they got it, so you know what I'm saying. So it's mad fresh. You don't even have to put the sauce on it. It's just like, God, it's great. Because you get to try different things. Obviously, the performance and the music is nice too, but I also want to talk about the experiences in between. Because you know what I'm saying. You know, it's like the tour is like mostly for, you know, connecting to your audience and performing new music, but at the same time, you got to enjoy the experience, and it's inspirational as well to take in your new environment. You know what I'm saying? You get to appreciate your surroundings and learn more about it.
Man, being an independent artist, how hard was it to put together a tour of this magnitude? Because you guys y'all at this point have hit over 10 cities and states.
So we can't, you know, do it alone. Shout out to CMF Promotion. That's my boy Moville. Yeah, what's up? And the rest of the gang. Also, shout out to Top Mike. Shout out to everybody involved with helping us put together this tour. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's a one-person, you know, thing. It's a team effort. You know, we out here grinding. Everybody's trying to win, and everybody's trying to eat. So, you know, we're working together to make sure that we can achieve that. So, but it's been fun, especially because, you know, we can make sure that it's not like, because we're doing it ourselves, you know what I'm saying, we talking, you know, we directly with, you know, with people that's going to put us in the right places. So we don't have to worry about somebody handling on the back end, and we informed of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? That's always good to, you know, to kind of be not have a middleman, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt. Now, going to all these different cities, have you seen things that you're going to incorporate into your next project or future projects?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, so, the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, different venues have different, like, rules, things you can do, things you can't do. And you also learn about, like, you can see how other people are performing and what they're doing to, like, kind of, like, get the crowd jumping. And you're like, that's kind of smart, low-key, you know what I'm saying? And you could kind of, like, you know, you could be inspired, you know what I'm saying, by other artists, you know, because a lot of people be in their own city. So, like, you see how people from Texas performing, like, you about to hit Philly, I'm going to see how people from Philly perform, you know what I'm saying? You kind of get to see, like, a nice mixture of how different people from different areas, you know what I'm saying, get the crowd going. And it's, like, it's interesting. You get unique perspectives. So, yeah, I mean, that helps. Yeah, I would say definitely, for sure.
Okay. All right, the name E the Elite. How did that name come about?
So everybody just called me E. You know what I'm saying? So it was just E, but, you know, it's hard to just be E. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the elite comes from just, like, wanting to aspire to be the best themselves they could be. You know what I'm saying? You want people to look at themselves as the best at what they do. You want people to have that confidence and that energy to say, I'm really elite at what I do. I'm the elite, bro. I'm elite. Like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm Himothy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with that energy, I want people to feel the same way. People who ride with me, I want them to have that same energy. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be confident, happy with themselves, and, you know, content with the kind of life they live in. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we all human and we all people. At the same time, you know, we made it. You alive right now. You're living your life. You know, be happy.
All right, now.
You know, at least try. Rock out.
All right. Now, speaking of names, those last two projects, A Different Dimension and Gil. Let's talk about those names and how, like, what is A Different Dimension and what is Gil?
All right. So, Gil is I have a multiverse. I'm gonna just give you the umbrella thing.
I see.
The umbrella thing off the. I have a multiverse. In this multiverse, there are different planets in different, you know, there's different dimensions. Hence why the name of this project is called Different Dimension. Gil is one of the characters in that dimension. I don't want to give it too much because I actually, you know, want to put out things revolving around it, and I don't want to, just spill the beans. I've already begun, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen anyone do it, so I'm not trying to go crazy with it, you know, with expositing it too much. But Gil is a character from a different dimension. It's not a particular place. I'm not going to tell you the name of the place. I don't want to tell you too much. But he is a character from another dimension. there's other characters that are also from other dimensions that are a part of this multiverse that may or may not come together depending on what kind of music I make. So, like, there's a certain style that be associated with a certain character. So, like, Gil has 2 songs already. One of them is on the Project Gil, and he actually has another song I just released, Save Me. So both of those fall into his category. I have another character named Levi who is just featured on my page, but also he has a song called Bite Back, which is my first song I've uploaded to Spotify, but it was going crazy for a little while, actually, on YouTube. My video production for that was nuts. Like, you know, shout out to everybody that helped out on that production. It was like a 3-day project, man. We shot, man, please. Go check out that video, check it out, bro. That's what I'm going to say. Check out the video. I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
Because the story and it's well shot.
Okay, no doubt. Now, when I also was checking out your information on your Instagram, there was 3 words that caught my attention. Tell me how these 3 words relate to you as an artist. Cyberpunk,
Okay.
eclectic, and experimental.
Okay. So my genre of hip hop, I'm going to go in reverse order because I feel like Cyberpunk I got to expand a little bit more. So experimental because I like to try different things. So like when I mentioned before, my base is hip hop, but like don't be surprised if you hear a song that might not be. Like most of my songs at least have some bars in there, but I also mix it up. I do a little bit of thing, I harmonize a bit. Sometimes it's like a rage song. Sometimes some alternative is in there. So I definitely do experiment with my different sounds because I like to do that. I like to limit myself. But for my projects, I try to give them some kind of fluidity. That's why at times I will be single sometimes on these projects because I like to make different things. But I don't want to compromise the integrity of an entire project. As far as eclectic, that's a genre I consider my music to be. It's vibrant, it's different, it's not orthodox. So that's why I refer to it as eclectic. Now, as far as cyberpunk is more so a type of genre of style and fiction. It's kind of like a futuristic, kind of like if you're familiar with Blade Runner or like, it's probably the best example. There's more like there's so many things that cyberpunk, but I'm trying to not to be so modern with it. But it's got a lot of human meets technology, nature meets technology kind of vibes because, you know, the Earth is headed towards like, you know, this cataclysmic downfall. But during its decline, people are becoming more robotic or to kind of try to avoid their mortality, you know, things of that nature. But it's got dark elements, but it's also got some really creative science fiction elements as well associated with it.
Okay, no doubt. Now, let's talk a little bit about social media. How have you been able to use social media to further your music career and get noticed in areas you just can't jump in your car and drive to?
Okay, so 2 things I'm gonna say. I think so. Spotify and Instagram work very well together. I've noticed. So
90 seconds.
So really, Spotify and pretty much any social media you focus on. Because I like Spotify because you can see your numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can see pretty much like with, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of like, obviously YouTube you can too, you can see your stuff too, but like it's so much simpler. They give you like these charts, these graphics. Even if you don't use Spotify to release music, you use it to listen, you still see all the data on what you listen to. You know what I'm saying? It's for them to be, and they give it to you for free at the end of the year. Like literally like in a month and a half,
60 seconds.
Spotify's gonna get some end of the year information about their data, how much they listen to, and who they listen to the most. And that's, to me, that's super dope because they're providing a service, you know what I'm saying, in which they can just show you, like, where you're most lit at. Like, you can know that you have a bunch of fans in Phoenix, Arizona. You know you've got a bunch of fans in Austin, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got fans in Germany. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned those 2 states, Phoenix and Austin. I got a lot of fans in Phoenix and Austin. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I'm saying? You can see that stuff from, you know, using Spotify. And then people hit you up on your Instagram, yo, you know, I rock with you, you know, I'm from X, Y, and Z, you know, whatever, yo, this song X, Y, and Z is hard, yo. Oh, yo, you know, where you from? Like, yeah, X, Y, and Z. Now they're going to ask you a bunch of questions and stuff like that because, you know, it's cool. You know, you get to interact and engage with people. People know you're real, that you're not like some fake person, and they can actually, like,
10 seconds.
They can, like, relate to you, and it connects you.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. All right, before I let you cut loose, let's talk about that latest single, Savior. Who produced it? Who produced it? What's the concept? And how can people find it?
All right. Let me see. Oof. Let me look up who produced it. Ocean. That was Ocean that produced it. And Dark Boy. Shout out to Ocean and Dark Boy. They produced Savior. That is one of my favorite. So far, it's my favorite song out right now, but it's only because it's my most recent. I'm gonna continue to leave more music that I rock with. But you said who produced it, and what you said, you want me to tell you more about it?
The concept, yes.
Okay. So in this video, it features Gil. Gil is in a kind of a parallel universe to the one that we currently exist in, but it's also a little bit ahead in the future, so there's a little more technology behind it. I don't know if you've seen the visualizer, but this is Gil is. Yeah, I'm sure if you see my Instagram, you've seen the visualizer. I have him in some of like his armor he's wearing. He actually has a full suit of armor, but I only wore the mask for the suit for the sake of the shoot. And we were able to actually make our way to get a giant we got our hands on a vehicle, a large vehicle of sorts that we were able to shoot in front of it's like a military grade hovercraft type of deal. And it was it's super futuristic because you can't just commercially, ride one of those things. So it's for us to be able to, actually use it for our visualizer was legit. And I think I might be the first person to do a shoot like that. So, damn.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, man. First, again, thank you for coming on the show and telling your story. Where can the people find your music and video?
They can find me at, first off, easyelite.com is my website. But honestly, follow me on Instagram at Easy Elite. My Spotify is Easy Elite. My YouTube is Easy Elite. It's super easy.
Okay.
And thank you, brother, for having me, man. It was a pleasure. I appreciate the questions, man. They're really thought-provoking, man, and I enjoyed it. My experience has been phenomenal. I appreciate your show, man.
And I definitely appreciate you. Next time you're in the ATL, hook me up. I'd love to come see you perform.
Oh, of course, man. As soon as we come back, man, I'm going to hit you up.
Appreciate it, my G.
All right. Of course, man. Thank you. Be easy. Stay blessed, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was E.D. Lee representing Jersey. It's your boy, Big XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. Y'all be blessed. Peace.